Okay, I'm going to quickly go through the CUI file for AutoCAD. And this is Civil3D 2014. Basically the same as AutoCAD. Command to get into CUI editor is CUI, Custom User Interface. And here's your actual user interface here. Then your commands list for customization, and then your properties of the items that you select over here will pop up over on the right hand side. So here's your workspaces. By default there are 4 workspaces. Civil3D, this is Civil3D, so Civil3D has your engineering tools in it, drafting annotation, 3D modeling, planning and analysis is going to be AutoCAD map functions. Quick access toolbar is up here. Your ribbon, of course, is right here with the ribbon tab. And then you've got the toolbars themselves. Now I've got 2 toolbars started here. By default, command filters and transparent commands. And then we've got the menus. These are the menus up here. Quick properties, rollover tooltips, all these customization files down here. Shortcut menus. Keyboard shortcuts are keyboard combinations to activate commands. Double click actions to activate commands. Mouse buttons, you know, the shift and right clicks and whatnot, you can customize there. Lisp files to automatically load. Legacy we don't use hardly anymore, that's for tablets, big old digitizer tablets. And then the partial customization files. These are partial CUIs that combine together to create your user interface. AutoCAD, planning and analysis. Within these are commands that load for planning and analysis. Your ribbons for that one. Double click actions and whatnot. So all these here combine up to make your entire user interface. Just to talk a minute about workspaces. We've got the default workspaces for Civil3D. I just created this. This is my custom workspace. So these control what show up and where, how this all looks and feels. You know, it's fully customizable to your particular taste. But you start with the 4 default ones, and once you make a change, I've added a toolbar up here called Layers 2, and I want that to show up every time. Now it will show up every time until I change to a different workspace. Now I haven't saved this workspace yet, so in order to save the layout, where the buttons show up, where the commands are, if the tool space is open or not, you'll want to right click this gear down here and save current workspace as. Now I've already got one saved called Doug. I'm just going to overwrite that. Yes, I want to replace that. And that workspace is saved. It'll show up just like this every time. Now I can go back to the default Civil3D. So my Layers 2 panel won't pop up anymore. Or I can go back to my custom workspace, and my toolbar shows up. So that'll control how everything shows up. And I recommend, once you get everything the way you want it, the buttons that show up, the tabs and whatnot, save your workspace. Okay, next I'm going to go through the toolbars. So I just went through the ribbons. Now these are the toolbars. These are the toolbars that show up on your custom CUI. And toolbars are right here. So with my workspace, I've got layers, transparent commands, and transparent command filters. So say I want to add a toolbar. Well, there's easier ways of doing it. You right click next to this dark gray space to add it. There's AutoCAD tools, Civil tools, Express tools, and I'm just going to add modify level 2. Drag it up there. Go back to the CUI. And toolbars. It's not there because I haven't saved the workspace yet. So hit OK. I'm going to save my workspace. Save it right over the top of the one it is. Okay, yep, replace. Back to the CUI editor. Workspace, toolbars, and there's my modify to. Remove that from the workspace, hit apply, and it goes away. So there's two ways of doing that. It's really a lot easier just right click and add other tools, but just so that you know, if you get some funky toolbar that you want to dig out, you can dig it out of here, throw it in your workspace this way. Okay, I'm here in my CUI editor, and I'm going to go through menus. Here are the menus loaded in your main customization file. And your workspace, actually that's my current workspace, that's the organization. Creating a new menu, we come over here and create new menu. We'll call this Custom Doug. Okay, so that's a new menu. It's going to pop up right here. And I'm going to populate that with a polyline command. My AutoCAD polyline command. Drag that up and into my menu. And let's grab the 3D poly command too, because that's just fun to play with. And apply. You can see up here, it just popped up. Custom Doug. That is a custom menu with custom tools. Now these are existing commands. So if I want to create a new command, go back to your CUI editor. And see my main customization file here has these commands loaded. I want to create a new command. So you come down here to new command. Wait a minute, it'll pop up here and there's my new command. And there's my new command. Now I can put anything in here. If you would load up automatic Lisp routines over here, you could actually add a command that will activate that Lisp routine and throw it in a menu. So macro here is, I'm just going to do the line command. Control C, that's what this is here. Basically shuts down the previous commands. If you click this button and another command is active, it'll cancel out of that command and start this one. Element ID is just a unique identifier. And well, I don't have any images for my command, so hit apply. Doug's command. Now I go over here. Doug's command shows up. It's in my civil customization file. Keep that in mind. You're modifying your C3dCUI. You can create a brand new one and modify it, which you would do to deploy these commands. Create a new CUIX, populate it with your custom commands, and then load that as a partial CUI in everybody's main customization file. So Doug's command here, and I'm going to throw that into my menu. Doug's custom menu, drag it up, and put that at the last. Okay. Wait for it to load. Doug's command. I don't know why that worked. Okay. Doug's command. Line command. How do I know it's a line command? There's that. And if you go to your F2, you can see it activated the line command. Okay, that's a custom menu with a custom command. Okay, next we're going to go through the ribbon. So here's my CUI editor, and here's my ribbons. These are the ribbon tabs These are ribbon tabs. Then you've got the ribbon panels, and this is a ribbon panel. So palettes panel, create ground data panel, create design panel, and within those obviously are the custom commands, or the commands themselves. So to customize the way my ribbon shows up, I'm going to modify my workspace. Just click on your workspace. This is the one I have current. Ribbon tabs are over here. And say I don't want Autodesk 360, right click, remove from workspace. Just removes it from the workspace. All your ribbons are all here. These are all loaded from your partial CUI files down here. So they're all here all the time. They just don't show up unless you have a particular workspace showing, or click on a ribbon tab. So I've removed the Autodesk 360 tab from my workspace. So I hit apply. Now it modifies the workspace, but I haven't activated the modified workspace. It's still the old one. Oh, there it goes. Just disappeared. So say I want to put it back for some odd reason. Go back to CUI. Customize tab. Click on workspace. And go down here to ribbons, tabs. I'm looking for Autodesk 360. There it is. And I drag it over to my ribbon tabs. And now it's at the bottom. Hit apply. Okay. See if it shows up. Yep, there it goes. Now it's at the end. I don't want it there. I want to actually move it. Go back to CUI, workspace, ribbon tab, and take it and drag it up. I'll put it right there. Apply and OK. And it'll move over here. Over there. Close enough. And that's modifying the ribbon in your current workspace.